Mic check, CC.
I could hear you.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
It feels weird not like, I don't know.
What feels weird?
It feels weird not looking at the lights, not like being, it feels weird being in front of the camera again for a podcast and not in the back being like an engineer.
Being in the spotlight.
Helping you, doing anything you need me to do.
Because you've been behind the scenes for what, a year now?
Yeah, I would say.
That you've been here? You've been here a year?
Yeah, this marks a year. I've officially been here at the studio. That I discovered the studio.
Oh, you're gonna tell me about that. Welcome.
Are we live?
We are live.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to episode 3.
Oh, you didn't tell me. Okay.
Welcome
hello.
to episode 3 of the Studiobar podcast.
Well, thank you for having me.
This is gonna be a good one.
Yes.
Let's start with some drinks.
I love how you didn't tell me we're starting because you knew it. You're like, let's just
Hey,
go
I'm
into
learning.
it.
Every episode is a learning experience. I had a mishap earlier. I was recording some promos, and I was like, my energy level was at its highest, and I was just going through it, improvising everything I needed to say, no scripts, and it was good. And then I realized I didn't set it up correctly, so there was no audio to that video.
I heard in the background when I was getting ready, honestly.
So lesson learned, but the good thing is it was a test for the episode. So
Imagine we filmed that whole episode, no audio. See, things happen for a reason,
There you
even
go.
the bad stuff.
yeah, the video probably sucked anyway, so I just thought it was good. So
Don't be so hard on yourself. So I
So-
think you did good.
Okay. So that made me thirsty because
Give me a drink. I'm like,
yes.
wait.
So I know that you
Okay.
like Red Bull.
Sugar-free Red Bull, sugar-free.
Hey, if you're gonna be unhealthy, be healthy about it.
That's what
Sugar
I'm
free,
saying.
and then
Tequila.
tequila.
I order a shot of tequila or tequila with a side of Red Bull when I go out.
You think we're ever gonna be sponsored by Centenario?
We will. Watch.
All right, mark your words.
Mark my words.
All right, so what kind of drink are you having?
Okay.
No, but I got you.
Oh,
hey, I'm a bartender.
Okay. Well, you handed it to me, so I'm like, here, can I look at myself really quick? I'm going to fluff my hair once before we started. I know.
You
we're
started
live.
enough hair fluffing.
I fluff my hair when I'm nervous.
The
I
hair
touch my hair
fluffing?
so much when I'm nervous. I'm just like,
The hair fluffing is over.
is it fluffed enough?
Now it's all about now we're gonna be real.
Okay.
This is no scripts,
okay. This
no
is raw
redos.
and real.
We're just gonna have a conversation. By the end of season 1, I'm gonna be a certified
pro.
bartender. A lot of times, and you've seen it, girls come, they want a photo shoot, and they've never done one before, so they're very uncomfortable.
Nervous.
They're stiff. They're nervous, and so we bring them over to the bar set, and we give them a drink, and then we put some music, and then they start posting, and then they end up with really, really good photos.
Yeah. It's the vibe that we create when they walk in here. That's what's important. People want to feel comfortable, take a little drink.
Yeah. You know what helps a lot? That you help them with their poses. So for anybody that doesn't know Sabrina,
I know, I'm like, who's...
Sabrina is Fashionista. I should probably introduce you, right? She is a model. She's been modeling for 4 or 5 years.
5 years now.
She's been modeling in LA, and then she does some traveling. She loves fashion. She's gonna tell us all about this, and but she's now here at the studio as a studio director, and she's been helping with a lot of things that because we are about to launch several projects that branch out of what it is Rafa Studios or Rafa Productions umbrella. We'll talk about it as we're getting ready to launch that. But for example, one thing is this podcast. This is one of those projects. But we got more coming. So I'm starting to assemble a team. I needed help because it's a lot that we are doing and that we are gonna do this year. So I'm excited about that. Thank you. Cheers to that.
Yes, cheers to my 1 year being here at the studio.
Salud. 1 year already.
I would have never thought I'd be here on your Studiobar podcast.
How the hell did you get here?
Oh, that story. Okay. Well, I remember a year ago, I saw that you opened a studio, or when you first opened it back in October of 20, what was it?
We had the grand opening, the official grand opening in October of last year.
Yeah, okay. So I was back in Arizona.
I'm sorry, 20. Last year was
No.
already. Last year was a week ago. That was 2025. So it was October of 2024.
October 2024.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw that you opened this studio and I was like, what's going on? The high desert usually never has anything like this. Like the one time I'm not here, the studio whole party is opening. Like, what is this? I messaged you, but I couldn't come at that time.
What did you see? Was it the grand opening video and photos?
I actually saw somebody first do a shoot here. That's honestly what I saw. And I was someone that I used to shoot with. So I was like, what's going on?
You were like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, there's a whole studio? Like, what did I miss out on? Because I didn't model at that time. I wasn't modeling anymore. So once I saw the studio, and then I saw you posted a party maybe like a week after, I'm like, I missed out on the party. Like, oh my gosh. So then I got an opportunity to go to Alaska for work on a business trip. And then at that point, I was like, you know what? I have to message you. I have to like set this, what is it? Plant the seed.
You had to come check it out.
Yeah.
You just wanted to come check it out and do a shoot.
Yeah. So basically, once I messaged you, I would say in January, I took the leap of faith. I got a rental car because I didn't even have a car at that time. And I drove all the way over here and we had our first shoot.
Yeah.
I walked in here and I knew this is where it was meant to be.
It was a good shoot. I had just seen a photo shoot. I got inspired
like a backseat photo shoot.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, I want to try that because
maybe you could show the photos on the
we'll show the photos. Yeah. So we did. There's a train again. Shout out to the train every time.
Actually, shout out to the train. It got me here. I took the train to get here one time.
You see, that's one of the things. So you're here for a reason, and it's because you really showed that you wanted to be here. You would either rent a car, take the train, get on the Greyhound, borrow a car, take a plane, whatever, by any means necessary. And you told me, hey, like, I just want to be a part of this. Like, is there anything you need help with? Mm-hmm. And you were very persistent because I do have people that offer their help quite often, but they wait for me to reach out. But by the time I need help, I was like, I forget, you know.
You have a lot going on where I noticed that you want to hit people up, but you forget in the moment, and people have a life, and you feel bad hitting them up at that time.
It's like, it's in that moment that I need the help.
Oh, you don't think of it ahead of time.
So I don't think about it because I'm moving fast, and and I pivot fast too. I could have my day planned out, and then no, this requires my attention right now. It's always changing. So, but you were available, just to pivot with me. So you bring a lot to the table. So you're a big asset to the studio. You bring a different perspective, and you're just down. Let's go, let's go. And I think you want this studio to succeed, probably as bad as I do, and that goes a long way because I need people like that. I need people that want it just as much. And what I try to do is, while you're helping me build, I also want you to build your own thing. That way you're not, if anything were to happen to the studio or to me, you're left with nothing. So I'm always gonna push for you to build your name, your brand, your image, learn as much as you can, so that if anything ever happened, you're able to just kind of continue your own path, build something. And that's what I tell everybody too. So every time that we partner or collab with anybody, it's always, okay, make sure you're building as well as I'm building, and it's a mutual benefit. And that's what's been happening here.
Yes, for sure. But I also never see us not working together. I see the studio. You have to believe in what your purpose here. And I feel like you were put here to make the studio and to help people create. And I feel like I have a purpose too on this earth, to help people tell their story, help people feel seen. And if we join forces and partner up, this studio is gonna be bigger than, I don't know, than we can even imagine.
We have so many ideas, and it's like we have a giant list of ideas. She's always, and that's another thing. Like she's always writing things down.
Maybe too much, but
no, well,
I'm always just thinking.
You got to get, if you have an idea in your mind, you got to get it on paper because it's gonna go away. I just heard an analogy that ideas are like clouds. They form, and you see a shape, and if you don't take a picture of it, if you don't capture it,
it just goes. We'll forget.
It dissipates, and it turns into nothing. And ideas, thoughts, it's the same thing. If you have an idea and you don't write it down, you don't record it, it's gonna be gone. And it doesn't matter how good the idea is, you're gonna be like, what was that?
I hate that. I hate that feeling. So I literally, when I think of something I need to do or a future thought, I write everything down.
Write it down, and then because we have an abundance of ideas.
There's like an idea box that we need to go over.
That we want to do.
Like,
But the reason, and also you gotta be very strategic the way you execute your ideas, because these ideas might be really good, but we're not ready for them.
Yes,
because
I've
these
noticed that
ideas
too.
might bring a wave of people that we can't even handle. So we're building block by block. We have a website now where people could see what all the available dates, and they could just schedule from the website. And it's not that back and forth. Like, hey, what days do you have open? Let me see if my client has this available. Hey, my client can't do it this day. Do you have this days available? And that takes time away from like the photographer trying to shoot. It takes time away from everybody. But now, rafastudios.com, you could go to the website and just check out the dates and book from there.
Yes.
It's been live for a week. This is the first time we actually talk about it publicly. But check it out and get your dates in, because it's getting booked out.
You got to sign up before the prices go up, because it's not going to stay this affordable for that long.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of things coming, and maybe we'll talk about it more later. But Sabrina, we're here to talk about your story. What's up with you? Fashion all your life? Were you 5 years old wearing heels? Your mama's heels?
Actually, I was wearing pink cowboy boots, pink cowgirl boots with actually was a trendsetter from when I was little. So I would wear skirts, but then I needed to run around and play around on the playground. So I would wear my jeans under. So I'd wear jeans and then my long skirts. And I remember girls would start to copy me. I'm like, you typically, because at first I'm like, people are going to make fun of me. And I'm like, I don't care. This is cute. I felt cute. And then I'm like, hey, girl, what the heck? I showed you that. She was like, no, I thought of it. I was like, all right, I see how it is. But no, from a young age, I knew that I loved fashion. My mom would let me pick out my clothes, luckily, and I would put things together, and that's stuck ever since.
But did you see a movie? Did you see novela? Like, where you had to see? Or was your mom very fashion-y?
Yes, I would say my mom was one of the people that inspired me with fashion, because I just saw how she would put herself together. She had a lot of clothes, so I think that was a good start. But honestly, film and just TV. I would just watch movies and TV, and I would just, I don't know, I would fall in love with the characters and their lives they'd build, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be that girl, or I'm going to be, I don't know.
So you were dreaming big since you were a little girl. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
You were just born with it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And then you pursued it. Fashion.
Yes, I never gave up on it. I knew that was something that I wanted to pursue in my life, but I wasn't a person that was like, what is it, with the sewing machine, or like, making my own clothes. I was more of someone that creatively saw the picture and knew how to put it together, or
I just want to wear it.
Yeah, or a piece of clothing or an outfit, and I could like take one piece and then start to piece things with an accessory, this, that. And I would say my freshman year of high school is when I was like, you know what? This is my time to start to like make my brand or make my name. So then I changed my Instagram name to Sabrina Miss Fashionista on Instagram 10 years ago. And
why did I always think it was Sabrina la Fashionista?
I know.
You know what?
It was Miss Fashionista.
I thought but it made sense in my head because I know you were from LA, or at least representing LA, or just kind of that's where you were doing your thing. So in my mind, it was Sabrina LA Fashionista.
I never thought of that. You know what? Just kidding.
Yeah, but
No.
because of course I'm gonna read everything in Spanish first. Always.
You
I was
paisa.
like, Sabrina la fashionista.
Okay, I could see. Now I see. I never
See?
knew why you called me La Fashionista LA. Well, it's actually funny because I knew with my name that one day, let's say if I get married, then I have to change it to Sabrina Mrs. Fashionista. So I wanted something that it's never gonna be, it's timeless. Or so I could just keep it, Sabrina Miss Fashionista, and it's MS Fashionista. It's yeah.
Did you ever have plans to have a brand of like a line of clothes, or it's always more? No, I love fashion. I am the brand. My image is the brand. I just want to model.
Well, no, actually, fashion is not even the main goal at all. It's just to be an artist and see where I can go. I think fashion is just something that is my passion, is my escape from the world. Whatever's going on in the world, I could just put on an outfit and I'm just a whole different person. I can forget about anything that's going on. So I think fashion is just represents who I am, but I don't know where I'm gonna go with it, honestly.
So fashion, it's like
My personality.
if you're a songwriter, and that's how they get to release stress and anxiety. For you is let me put on this fit and maybe take some photos. That's how you kind of deal with it. It's like your therapy.
That's why I started modeling, honestly, was just for that purpose, to start showing that side of me.
And you really pursued it because you got a scholarship to a fashion school.
So, okay, let's take it back. I can't take credit for my name fully. I actually had a teacher my freshman year that named me that. She gave me an award one day, and it said hashtag Sabrina Miss Fashionista.
She named you that.
Yeah, so like I was already fashionable. I was already, doing my thing. But a teacher saw something in me that I didn't even see. And then when I got my award, because everyone got an award that said a different thing, and I was like, what is this? How do you pronounce this? And she was like, it's hashtag Sabrina Miss Fashionista. You're fashionable. That's what a fashionista is. Like every day I see you wearing something totally different that I would never wear, no one else wears. But you rock it and you're confident. And I was like, So that day I went home, changed my name, and that just started a seed where I was like, you know what, how can I advance in this? And that's the college thing. I found a fashion school, and I was like, that was my main goal once I found that school, to get in that school.
What school was this?
It's called FITM, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising.
And it's not
a cheap school.
It's a real school, and you gotta be accepted.
Yeah, so you have to be accepted, first of all, like any college. Take, SATs, all that good stuff. Well, I don't know nowadays anymore, but back in the day, because I was class of 2017. So yeah, I had to do all my testing. I had to do a project. I had to do a lot of prep because I wanted to get accepted early to get a couple scholarships. I needed to get a scholarship to get in early, and I needed to get a scholarship to be accepted as 16. It was an expensive school. So if I wanted to go, I needed to work hard and focus early.
But you did get a scholarship.
Yeah, I did my senior year. Fast forward later, my senior year, yeah, I finally got my scholarship. I had to start a fashion club, and I became president of the fashion club in my senior year, and I started a whole club.
In high school.
In high school, at Oak Hills High School. Shout out to Oak Hills High School. So yeah.
Hespera Scorpions. What's up?
My sister went there, so we're representing Oak Hills here.
Yeah, we're the ghetto school. It's all good. and so
You know what's funny? I actually almost went to Hesperia to start that fashion club. Like, I thought that I couldn't start it at Oak Hills. There was like a bunch of hoops and hurdles my sophomore year to start that club, because I was already thinking about this early. So I was gonna just transfer to Hesperia High School just to get my scholarship, and it was a big thing.
Because it was less competitive, or what?
There was nothing going on in Hesperia. So it was easy for me to start a fashion club, and Oak Hills was a school. There was a lot going on, and I needed a teacher to sign off. I just thought I couldn't do it in the beginning.
But you got it done.
Yeah, I didn't give up, and I figured out how to do it at Oak Hills.
And so the requirements to get this scholarship is start a fashion club, run it.
Yes.
You were the president. And then
You have to be the president.
You have to be the
can't
president.
just be in it.
And you start a club, and then you invite people.
You have to get certain members. I had to write an essay. I had to do a project. I had to go on so many interviews. I had to take tests.
It wasn't just easy. It wasn't.
No, not
took
at
work.
all. And dedication. And I had to, I don't know. Yeah, and just heart.
And this is to weed, because I'm sure a lot of people say, I want to do fashion. I want to go to the school. Let me apply. but they make it hard, right? Like make it hard. No, we want the people that are really about it, that are really passionate. So that's why we're gonna make them do all these things.
Yeah.
But you did them, and you went to this school.
I went, but I actually dropped out.
Okay.
So that was actually a big thing for me, that I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do when I dropped out? But I felt like when I got there, I took what I needed. And the first semester I got on the dean's list. I proved myself, and I was like, all right, straight A student. I had a job, so I was taking the train to work at Michael Kors. I was working full-time. I was in college full-time. I had my first apartment. I had no car back then. I was just juggling so much, and I got too stressed out. And I was like, you know what? I don't need all of this to make me who I am. Yes, I'm learning a lot at FITM, and it was like my dream. I loved it every day, waking up, my little fashion backpack going and learning and writing essays on essays about different designers, and just, I don't know. It was a dream, but it was an expensive dream. That was gonna, at the end of it, maybe I was gonna be like $200,000 in debt.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I can't take $60,000 like a year, and I was wanting to be there 4 years. I needed to be an adult and think, this is too much. So I took a leap of faith. It wasn't easy, but I did leave after a certain amount of time. At first, I just left my apartment, and I would commute in my car, drive to LA every day, take the train. It was a lot, but then I was like, you know what? This is not for me anymore. And I just fully left.
It takes courage to start something and then think that is the path. And then, because once you're in a path, and especially you're enrolled in a school that you had to get accepted and get a scholarship.
That was like my whole high school life.
Exactly.
And once I dropped out, I was like, what did I do with myself?
Exactly.
I fell in a whole different hole.
But it's always part of your journey. But it takes courage to take a step back. But you got to recognize that sometimes that's absolutely what you need. You need to take a step back. It's like, okay, hold on. I thought this was the way, but I'm kind of trying to, I'm starting to see that maybe it's not the way. There's more than one way to get to what you're trying to get. And you just got to find your best way. So you learned a lot. It served its purpose. You went through it. What did you do after you dropped out?
I discovered what depression was. And anxiety, and I learned about the mental health world, honestly. I would say after I left my school, I fell in a big depression, and I went to see a psychiatrist and a therapist for the first time, though. And I think that was, okay, nothing's a mistake. Everything leads you to where you are, but that was an extreme thing for me to do because a psychiatrist then put me on medication for the first time. So that was a whole different ballgame for me, being Sabrina, being so ambitious in high school, thinking I have everything together. I would even judge adults, thinking like, you just have to just do this, this, and that, and, you're making your life hard. But once I got to be an adult, I was like, fuck. I understand now, and I didn't understand the world. I didn't understand myself, and I, at the time, didn't really have a good support system in my family. But hey, a lot of Latino parents, I feel like, don't know what depression is. I think it's based off of their environment. In the past, growing up, their life was harder than ours. So they look at us like, hey, you have school, you have this, you have privilege, get through it. And at the time, I did have a good family in the sense, like I had my stepmom's family. And I thought, hey, I'm okay, I have family, I have life. But at the same time, I was so lost with who I was. So yeah, I fell in a big depression. I would just go through therapies, go to a psychiatrist, and I got lost. For a while.
And that's because you had this whole plan, right? And then all of a sudden it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So you felt lost.
I felt lost. And sorry too, I'm a little nervous talking about it because I knew I was gonna talk about it one day in life, but like now it's time.
Is this the first time you're talking about it?
Yeah, like out to the public too.
But
so let me brief. I'm like, hold on.
You're good. You're in a good space. You've come a long way. And I feel that you have a lot of eyes on you right now. You came to the high desert, and all of us, you started, you hit the floor running. Because you came back, and then it was like you were getting booked to do photo shoots, to do videos, to do promo videos, to do collaborations. And all of a sudden, it's like Sabrina's everywhere.
And keep in mind this time when I was depressed, when I was 19. So now 26. I didn't think that this Sabrina could get to where I am now, which you're saying, booked and busy. And doing things in life that I always wanted to do. I didn't know that at 19.
So just how you got depressed and you went into a
spiral.
negative spiral, it could happen the other way. And now you have and a lot of it is because you have the right attitude about things. Mm-hmm. This girl smiles through every pain and troubles and tribulations, and she just looks at whatever obstacle she has in front of her, and she just smiles through it. And then I love, because I've seen you where, you know, you hit some sort of wall, and then you're like, okay, Sabrina, you got this. You could do this. You got this. You've gone through worse. And you self-talk yourself through it. Mm-hmm. And then you smile through it. And that attitude is going to take you very, very far. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people, they don't do that. They do the opposite. Mm. Oh, I'm not worth it. What am I even doing? But you got it. It's a good way. It's the approach. Mm-hmm. It's an excellent approach. That's how you're supposed to do it, and that's why you overcome every single obstacle.
Thank you.
Because it's not. I know it's not easy. It's not. It's not about.
I feel crazy when I'm saying
that.
Let me just
smile. Let me just smile, and everything's gonna fix itself. No, you still gotta work through it. You still gotta
go through the motions and feel it.
Be intelligent and see. Okay, what's my first? Look at your position on the board and see. Okay, what's the next best step? But attitude is the number one step. Positive outlook, believing in yourself, and cheering yourself on, and that's loving yourself. Because
thank you for noticing the hard work, because I wasn't always like that. It took a long time to get to that point.
Well, I'm always trying to surround myself with positive energy, because I mean, why not? And I love to have that around me, just positive energy, and because it's contagious. Just like somebody could put you in a bad mood, it's contagious. Yeah. Negative energy, positive energy is contagious as well. And you need positive energy to build. And I'm trying to build. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to build quick. We got a lot coming. So I appreciate you for that. Because sometimes you help me out when you're like my second pair of eyes and second pair of hands, because sometimes I'm just overwhelmed.
I'm like a mini you. When you're not there,
you bring a different perspective. Mm-hmm. And the people that are also helping me with the studio bring a different perspective.
Yes, for sure.
And that's what I need. I need somebody that's going to be like, hey, have you thought about this? Mm-hmm. Why don't you do this instead? Yeah. And a lot of times I'm going to be like, nah. But more times than not, I'm like, yes, yes. Okay, let's go. So keep that attitude.
Thank you.
With everything. I think you're on a trajectory of a upward spiral. Mm-hmm. You got momentum, and you got drive and ambition and the energy, and you're in a good spot. So cheers to that.
Cheers before we get deeper.
Cheers to that. Let's keep it going.
I think I'll need another one.
Yeah. Oh no. Hey, we got plenty. I went on an alcohol run before coming here.
I know. He came in with his cart full of alcohol. So no. Well, I guess what you were saying about everything I went through, something like why I'm so positive and why I talk to myself in a positive manner and not victimizing myself or saying negative things, is because I feel like in life, you have to look at it this way. You have to look at life that everything is happening for me and not to you. So when something's literally happening, whether if it's a bad thing or a good thing, I have to look at it from a different perspective or a different lens, that this is happening for me, whether if it's a bad moment, like I said, or a good one.
Yeah, because what's the alternative? The alternative doesn't work. The alternative is doubting yourself. The alternative is
thinking the world's against you, everyone hates you. Where are you going to get with that mindset, honestly?
And what does that do? It crushes you.
Mm-hmm. And it ruins your day. You waste time. Then, I don't know. I remember saying that. I remember just a lot of days of me crying, thinking, why me? Why is this happening to me? And I'm just wasting time, wasting energy. If I can transform that energy and think, you know what? Maybe I don't understand my emotions right now, but it's okay. Tomorrow's another day, and I'm alive. And let's look at the good things. Let's flip the thinking about it instead of just focusing on the bad.
Yeah, because it's so easy. I I've been working through that myself because one little thing could ruin my whole day.
Just like the video when you were filming it and the audio wasn't on, it was like, oh geez, like what happened?
It
throws you off.
I get mad and then it just lingers, and then I'm just like, I don't want this. I'm like that little
boy.
No, I'm like that little chipmunk, or it's what is it? It's some sort of rodent that people keep as pets.
Okay.
What do you call them? Hamster? It's
Jibble?
like a hamster.
A jibble? Okay.
It's a hamster.
I can't even think.
And they're giving them the food.
A hamster, okay.
Yeah, and here's your drink.
Thank you.
They're giving them their food, but they don't let it go. So the hamster's trying to get it, and then they're just teasing him, and then he don't want it no more. And then he's just like this, and they're like, here's the food, and he's just like this. That's how I am. Like,
okay. When you get mad, okay.
Yeah, I just get mad.
But think about that. Like, you're just wasting time getting mad. It's okay to get mad. I'm not saying don't get mad and you can't feel sad, but you just can't stay in that place.
Here's the other side of that coin about being mad. Anger is a very powerful force. That if you know how to use that, I've been so productive, fueled by anger. A lot of times you could use certain emotions to get things done, and if you look at it negatively, it's just gonna crush you. But if you learn how to use those emotions, you're just gonna get shit done. So you've gone through it. You've gone through that state of depression, but you overcame it.
I think I'm always gonna have depression. Like, it's always gonna be something that's a part of me. But I learn how to deal with it now.
What would you tell a young girl in her teens, 16, 17, 18, 20, all the way to like your age, that they feel lost and they're feeling depressed?
I would tell them to just believe in yourself a little bit more. You could do it. You can get through it on your own. You don't really need to run to help in the sense like I did for a therapist or a psychiatrist. Yes, there is certain mental conditions where you do need that extra help. Some people don't even have a family or a friend, so a therapist or a psychiatrist will save somebody's life. But I guess when you're 16, 17, so young, give yourself some grace. You're just learning, you're just growing. And I think no one told me that when I was that young. Maybe that's something that was a bit different. I have to coach myself and talk to myself a lot because I don't have that person.
That's a good way to look at it. What would you tell? When was it when you were on this? When
18,
when
19?
You dropped, yeah.
19?
What would you tell 18, 19, 20-year-old Sabrina? Hey, it's going to be okay.
Relax. You got time, girl. You don't have to rush to build your life. It's going to happen. I remember I was just trying so hard to grow up so fast and figure it out. But I realize now at 26, I'm barely figuring it out. But it's a different mindset. I'm enjoying life. I'm loving it. The bad, the good, the ugly, any little thing that comes in my life, I'm like, all right, bring it on. But before, I was a nervous wreck. I'm like, wait. And I didn't know how to handle things.
But you know what? Going through the messed up things you've gone through, I think that's what helps you appreciate what you got now. And you've had some crazy episodes in your lives that I think have made you the person who you are now. And now you're in a position where I think you could help others get through certain things. Because I see the way you connect with people. We got all kinds of people coming through the studio every single day.
Yeah.
All walks of life and all ages. And you could talk to anybody from whatever age. I've seen you talk to like older women and connecting with them.
To babies on set.
Yeah, to babies on set.
Hey, with the little stuffed
Yeah,
animal.
she's making the little babies smile for the photos. But you could connect with people, and that's you got to be born with that, and also you got to have a certain life experience to be able to connect, and also you have to be empathetic. So you have a gift that, and I know you want to use it to help as many people as you can. And you've been talking about, a project of your own that involves, a couple microphones and some cameras. What you got cooking?
Oh, it's the time now to drop it? Okay.
Why not? Hey.
All right, here's the time. So I'm going to be dropping a podcast. It's going to be called This Took a Turn. Basically, This Took a Turn was inspired by the turns that you take in life. Whether if it's a bad turn or a good turn, it leads you to exactly where you're meant to be. And I think people's stories it's what makes them beautiful. It's what makes them who they are. And I want to get guests on my podcast, interview them, and get to learn about them. Talk about mental health, talk about relationships, talk about anything, life that's going on. I want to dig deeper, and I want people to get to know me and just get to know people and get to know that you're not alone. And I don't know, you could do anything that you want if you put your mind to it. And yeah, it's okay to just be you. And it's my time to release this podcast, and I'm nervous, nervous. Even talking about it, I'm like,
hey, you talked about it, so it's real now.
Yeah.
Because it's been on your mind for a long time. You knew that you wanted to do something like that, but now being in the studio, you've been kind of watching other people's podcasts.
I think I've known since my mental health journey. That's where it all connects. Ever since I started to go through that, I was like, one day I'll make a podcast. I didn't know how, I didn't know where, but now we're here.
I think your podcast is gonna help a lot of people because you're gonna share what you've gone through, and I'm sure you're gonna reveal more about your life, as you get deeper into it.
I want to inspire people to follow their dreams with that podcast, though. That's the most number one thing I want to take away.
You're already designing the set and everything, huh?
It's gonna be different than your podcast. Then when we have podcasts at the studio, it's gonna be a whole different.
Is there gonna be a lot of pink?
That's kind of a hint.
a lot of Gucci, a lot of
maybe a Pulp Fiction poster, some cool. It's gonna be me.
It's gonna embody. I was about to say it's gonna embody Sabrina.
A little dressing room vibe can be a hint of where the podcast is gonna take place. Sabrina's dressing room, fashion is gonna, There's
How are you gonna
hints.
go? How are you gonna go about finding your guest? You already have some people in mind.
I do have a list in mind that I'm building. Yeah, I don't know. I just want people that I guess, like me, you see someone that you want to learn more about. And I think I just want to interview people that have a story that hasn't been told yet. And I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to pick them, but I do have, I guess, certain people in mind. And if you want to share your story, hit me up and maybe you could be a guest.
So you're involved with a lot of things here in the high desert. Do you have any plans of leaving the high desert anytime soon?
What's funny? I actually left the high desert already. I came back just for the studio and just for everything that's happening now. I thought I was done with this desert because there was nothing here. And honestly, too, just hard things that I thought, it reminded me of, so I left. But I don't know, being back here, it's like a whole different world.
What did you like about the studio? Tell the people, how is it at Rafa Studios?
Well, for me, it's heaven. It's like a whole different world that I don't know. For me, it's like home. I say that because when I come in here, I feel seen, I feel accepted. It's such a happy environment, and I think everyone feels that way when they walk in. I don't know. We're good energy to be around. We help people. We're supportive, and I think that's what makes us different than other studios.
Well, you've been through other studios.
Yeah, I'm a model, so.
Okay, tell me about that, because I don't know. I've never been to a studio. So I'm building this studio just based on what I see people need here in the community, but other studios.
I came here for a different reason. That is true. You came here to build this for the community. I came to build. I don't know.
Is it? So it's not like this. We don't got other studios. Don't got music.
They don't got Rafa. They don't got Sabrina in other studios, and the vibe that
they don't party in other studios because
they don't got a studio bar.
This is like a lounge when people come here. Like people don't want to leave.
We're like, we got another appointment. We want you to stay.
But I love it because
I know
because the studio is big enough to where people they do overlap. Appointments do overlap, but they're doing
space.
They're doing their thing over there, and we're over here sometimes just having a meeting at the
bar.
At this other set. My favorite set in the whole studio. So it is a different vibe. We're always here to assist.
Yeah.
People that come to shoot. We have a lot of photographers that come here and they bring their clients. So we're always there, like, any assistance they need with the lighting, or even with the posing. Eventually, we're gonna have a big closet.
Yes.
Sabrina's closet, where people could actually, maybe that should be another tier on the subscription. Hey, you get access to Sabrina's.
Well, yes, that's not gonna just be free. My clothes are expensive, and I take care of them.
I want to give everything away.
I'm like, wait.
And
but yes, no, that is something that I would want to start here eventually. But you have to be a member, and yeah, it's gonna cost a little. But it's like everything in life. If you want to invest in your art, you know, you got to make the sacrifice.
You got to invest in yourself. What's the biggest sacrifices you've made?
Starting my life over and over again when it didn't please me anymore, leaving everything behind and starting fresh, I would say is my biggest. Do you want me to go in detail?
This is your spot. This is your time. Whatever you feel like getting off your chest, you can. Whatever you want to share, you can.
I guess to model. That was one of my biggest sacrifices. I was married back when I was 2021, and it didn't go the way that I thought. I thought that was my dream, to get married, have kids, have a husband, be happy, and just build a life together. That's all I knew. After my dream of, the college thing didn't work out, I thought then. I went through a whole crisis of who am I? I felt lost. I found somebody. Then I put building my life with him. That didn't work out, unfortunately. I went through a domestic violence relationship. He broke my nose. Yeah, damn. There was a lot of just situations that were really hard to get through. And the only reason that I stayed for so long was because I was scared to admit that I fucked up. I got married too fast. I did everything wrong. At the end of the day, I was now in this apartment in LA that I was paying the bills. I was doing everything. I didn't want to expose the secret that no, I'm getting abused. He's not it. What do I do? Mom and dad, I need help. I'm a little girl again. I felt scared, but I didn't have mom and dad to run back to. I didn't have any of that. So I had to literally leave him, turn him in. I finally got the courage to turn him in, and I left. I moved back. I asked my dad at that time to move back home. And I think that was my first step of admitting, this is not for me anymore. And taking a leap of faith and saying goodbye to, at the time, someone I really loved and really believed in. But I needed to love myself and started to believe in myself and not believe in that other life that I wanted so bad. And 9 months in, we weren't even married a year, and I was already getting abused. I think I got abused on my wedding day, but that's when I should have walked away. But we eloped, so I didn't have anyone there. I thought I could hide everything. And it's okay. It's just between us. We'll get through it. I sold it. I was on Instagram saying, Sabrina, Mrs. Fashionista, look at me and my fiance. I fucked up. And I was just thinking, we'll get through it. I just wanted to sell the lie.
You thought it was going to get better.
Yeah.
But then you were honest with yourself because you're brave. You're a very brave person. And you said, no.
I got to go. This is not for me. I'm too young to be doing this. I was 21. Every day hiding bruises, thinking that you can't see them, but you could see them. A whole different me, a whole different mindset. At the time, I would go hide at my aunt's. I would take a bus and go hide, and he would just get drunk in our apartment that I would pay for. And I was like, what am I doing, Sabrina? But I think my pride was just too big at the time, and I thought, we'll get through it. Until one day he came home. I came home, and he was so drunk, he couldn't even walk, and he started to talk shit to me, beat me, and I said, all right, Sabrina. I hid in a closet, and I called the cops, and I just heard him crying, begging for me, saying, I'm sorry, what did I just do? Please, no one loves me. I guess he was adoptive, and he had a lot of trauma, my ex-husband, and he just let that out on me. And I don't judge. I have a big heart. That's something about me, and I take a lot. And at the time, I understood his past. I thought, hey, that's why he hits me. I get it. Yeah, it's a different mindset, I guess, when you go through that. It's like you try to, you start to, how do I say this? You start to understand, oh, okay, maybe they're beating me because of this, and that. But then I got to the point where I'm like, wait, I need to love myself more. There's an issue here with me. It's not even him. He has his own issues. Everyone has their own issues in life. But if I don't stand up to him and I don't start loving myself, I can die. Literally, I can lose my life from this because one bad hit, I'm gone. I remember when he broke my nose, I had to beg him to stop because I remember he hit me in my stomach. I flew across the room. I started throwing up. And I said, please, I can't fight no more. And he said, what the fuck did I do to you? But keep in mind, I hid it still 3 months. I think I told my parents we were riding skateboards, and I freaking face planted in the concrete. just because I wasn't ready to give up.
Damn.
I'm loyal. Well, back then, I'm still loyal, but in the sense, like, I took anything. But now I start over. That's why I said, on any cost, I had to leave my stuff behind, all my things, and I just left.
And now you don't take no shit from no one.
No, now it's hard. Now I have trauma dating. Now I can't even date or anything because, I don't take shit. I have really high standards because I left a lot to get to this point, and I'm not going to let no one fuck it up now.
Yeah.
Honestly. And sharing that story, I haven't shared that story to no one like that in like a long time. But yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that because I know that a lot of girls might be in this position right now.
That's why I'm sharing it, because it might sound a little dramatic, but it's life and it happens every day, and a lot of people hide it. And I don't want people to hide that. After that point, I started modeling, believe it or not. Broken nose, getting beat. I said, you know what? That dream didn't work out. I'm going to go for the real dream. What I always wanted, but I never thought I was good enough for. And then too, growing up, I had my stepmom that wasn't really supportive in my acting and modeling. She was a supportive mom, and I love her to death in the sense that she made me the woman that I am today. But I was not really supported in my acting, modeling, that type of dream. It was like, oh, Sabrina, you're conceited. Put your phone away. Or like, I would get made fun of, and I kind of felt small. And that's kind of why I actually didn't go into modeling right away. And I started FITM, fashion, so I could be a creative director. And I could help, help the model, style them in their clothes, make the image, what it is. But I didn't think I could ever be a model because I didn't see myself in that light when I was young.
But then you did start modeling.
Mm-hmm. When she left my life, and once I left my husband, I said, you know what? No one's here to stop me. So let's do it.
Let's go. Cheers to that. I got to cheers to that.
I know you need a shot.
I got to cheers to that because you must have felt free.
Yes.
And relieved.
Scared, but free.
Yeah, freedom is a good thing. So always chase freedom. Do you remember your first modeling gig?
Yes, I do, actually. My first modeling gig was a designer who was making a collection, like a 70s collection. And I was in downtown LA. We had to meet at like the bus stop because it was like in the subway bus type of like old 70s type of shoot.
Buses are really a part of your story.
Shoot, if Greyhound want to sponsor me.
Hey, you know what? Let's hit up the Victor Valley, what is it called? Transit?
I know, it makes your dreams come true.
Well, no,
right?
let's go do a shoot inside one of the
that
buses.
should be our next shoot, honestly. Like
that.
our second anniversary shoot in a bus.
We could do that.
We have to get the concept back. I'm like, in the bus. We'll get there. We'll make the.
We'll pay the 50 cents. I don't know how much
bus tickets are expensive. It just depends where you go. Jeez, the whole memories. Now I have a car. Fast forward.
So,
Wow.
So your first gig. And how did it go?
It was cool. I remember I was sadly married back then, so I had to take my ex-husband. But besides that, it was a fun time. I was dressed in all 70s attire. I felt unconfident because when I showed up, there was other real models
Were
there.
you already have you practiced posing? Were you expecting the photographer to guide you?
I actually got my nose broken 3 days before, and I still went. I just covered it all up with makeup.
Damn, but your nose looks like...
Well, I did have to get surgery after. Literally, I got broken that bad.
Okay.
And they put it back into place. But it's still a natural nose. But yeah, no, literally, that was my first shoot, though. That's why I'm bringing that up but it was a shoot in downtown LA for his collection, a 70s collection that he designed.
But how was your experience with the photographer? Not you not having no experience modeling.
I remember he had to coach me a lot.
Yes.
It was something that was new. It was a whole new experience for me.
Was he good at that?
No.
Because
it was just a person that was just helping with the project, taking the photos.
he wasn't
honestly.
even a professional photographer.
No.
So how important is for the photographer to kind of take charge of the shoot and guide people?
Really important.
Because I've seen some girls, they've been modeling for a long time, and they kind of really don't need any direction. And then there's people that have never taken photos before, and they expect direction. And then I've seen photographers, they give no direction. And then I've seen photographers, they kind of clash with the model.
Yes.
So you got to find the right balance, right?
No, for sure. And I think at that time, It was just a shoot that they wanted to do for the photographer for his collection, but there was no planning. It was just a photographer relying on the models to do whatever they were doing. And other models did that, and I was learning from them. Other models posing and doing their thing, but that was my first shoot ever.
Are you always observing like other models? Like, oh, I'm gonna try that. Ooh, I'm gonna.
I observe everything, even when I go to the mall. If I look at every advertisement, what's on the screen, what it's in, because it's all ideas we could use later for myself.
So you're tuned in. You're tuned.
I know we're drinking now. We're like, we're tuned.
You're tuned in to that frequency where like, because I know what you mean. Because I when I come across an Instagram post and it's a photography, like I'm always looking at the lighting they use, how they play with shadows, the composition, the editing.
Yeah.
So I'm tuned to that so that I could get ideas and incorporate it into my style.
Yes.
Which I think it takes a long time to develop your style. I think I finally have my own style when it comes to photography. But you have your own style when it comes to fashion, when it comes to modeling as well.
Yes.
Any advice for young models or any girls that wanted to get into modeling? How do you start? There's a girl right here watching. She's been thinking about modeling. She's ready to jump, but she needs that little push. Any advice to them? How to get started? What to do? How to go about it? What to watch out for?
Just honestly start looking in the mirror and getting confident with yourself, getting comfortable with yourself. I think that's the biggest tip I would say. Pull out your phone, put it against something, and start looking at the camera and taking photos.
How much photos and video do you have of yourself?
Oh my gosh, a lot. So much. But that's because I love memories. That's a little different. But no, I countless. You always have to practice. I think when I started, we live in the era of social media. That's the biggest thing nowadays. So with social media, you just get online and just start looking for photographers. That's what I did. I have never once paid for a shoot in my life. Thank God. But I know a lot of beginning models do have to start their portfolio and invest in it, which is still good. You should do that if you feel like if it's going to benefit you. But there is so many people that are beginning photographers that if you just pair up with one of them, then you could start your portfolio, start to learn.
Do you think we should do something like that at the studio?
Oh, that's already a plan. I'm just waiting for you to have some time in the schedule.
Talk about it.
I think a lot of people don't have guidance, and I think maybe we could be a place where you can come and just...
So are we going to open up the studio for new photographers and people that are interested in modeling?
Acting,
to one day,
content.
One day just do a sort of a mixer here and everybody just... shoot, practice, model, and then we'll be around to guide them and kind of show them the do's and the don'ts or just advise them. I think that would be a good idea.
That's something that I've been wanting to do at the studio with you. That's something that we don't have here in the high desert in LA. I mean, in the IE, you have to go all the way to LA usually. So I think that's something that we could bring here.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I went to Miami for a training. We were in the hotel, and I was just on my Instagram, and I came across this ad that popped on my phone because I was in Miami, and it was one of those targeted ads. So I knew I was in Miami, and I knew I was a photographer, and there's this group called Philly Create, I believe, and that's what they do. They do meetups of photographers and models, and they just go gather in a spot in the city, in a place, or in a studio, or just outdoors, and they bring a few models, and then there's like all these photographers that want to just either build their portfolio or just practice or learn from each other or just network and meet people. And I went to this thing. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down. And it was free. And they sent me the address, and I went there with my camera, and we followed this model around, and she would just post. She was really good, by the way. And she would just post, and so I got to practice. I got to take some really good photos, and I was seeing what other photographers were doing as well. Everybody was sharing kind of like their tips. Yeah. So that idea always got stuck in my mind. Like, we have to do something like this here, and we could start at the studio. Oh, because this is another thing: shooting outdoors and shooting inside a studio, completely different.
I'm learning that because I'm learning photography now.
Yes.
So I'm learning that it's a whole different ballgame with your lighting,
Lighting is everything.
Everything, temperature,
Yeah. So
ISO, shutter speed.
there you go. There you go. Sabrina is so on top of everything. Now you're learning photography.
What is it? I already do podcast mixing with you. You're teaching me that.
But you're gonna go
Yeah.
into photography.
Now photography.
But it's you're at a big advantage because you know what it is to be on the other side. So now you're looking through the lens.
I thought you were gonna say because I'm working with you.
Well, that's another thing. But you're looking. You know what the other side of the camera is supposed to
Yes.
look like. So now you have years of experience on how to pose and compose, how to guide that model.
Yes.
Or how to guide.
Built the scene, tell the story based off of what's
not
going
only
on.
guide the model and help them pose, but also build the scene, as you said.
Yes.
You just
and
have-
the energy that you bring as a photographer.
That's another thing.
That's another thing that
There's
people
there's
forget
so many
about.
layers to this thing, and but you're at the studio and all you have the tools now. Now you're just practicing and learning how to use the tools that are at your
Yes.
disposal. And right now you mentioned ISO. Okay, pop quiz.
Oh no.
Pop quiz. You ready? You might need a shot for this pop
Okay,
quiz.
I'm ready for a little shot.
Your shot is ready.
Oh shoot.
It's been ready. Hey, it don't
You know
gotta be
what?
a
Hold
shot.
on. First off, let's take a moment from these deep conversations. This drink is good. So good
Hey.
job.
I've been bartending for 3 days now.
3 episodes.
3
He feels ready.
I'm good.
He feels like a pro. Hire him for your next wedding, quinceañera,
Hey, I need you know what I need?
baby shower. He got you.
I'm messing up. I need my
Okay.
tip, my tip,
Your tip jar.
my
Oh, whoa. Hey, yo. Play it black. Play it black. Don't play it black. We got to play it back.
All right, we're
I
not
think
even
we're
not even drunk yet.
I know.
I have an excuse. This is my retainers.
Oh, that's my excuse. I'm just a lightweight.
You know what? Tip jar. There it is. Let's move on. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
You know what feels different in here talking to you? I'm just going to say it straight up. Usually we have music. There's other clients. It feels so different. It's so quiet.
Yeah, and real quick, if you never shot a podcast before, I invite you to come and try one at the studio.
Studiobar.
That's another idea I had. I'm gonna have one day where we offer like 20-minute sessions,
Ooh.
so that anybody that has ever wanted to do a podcast or try it out, they could bring their friends. They could do a little podcast. They could do some
Yes.
chisme. They could interview a family member.
They can use it for their Instagram, little snippets,
Whatever-
anything,
whatever.
any content that they want.
So,
yeah.
So it'll be podcast day. You know what? It's happening. We're gonna do it podcast day. Make sure you follow Rafa.studios at Instagram.
Like, well, what's the website? It's
Rafa-
Rafa. Hold on.
Hold on. Sabrina, take it away.
The Instagram is rafa.studios, and then the website is rafastudios.com.
And make sure you follow us because there's gonna be. I've been saying it. There's gonna be a lot of events happening.
I think we're excited.
Not only here, but around the high desert, and it's all gonna involve meeting each other and connecting with the right people.
Also, too, you know what? An idea I had that I wanted to tell you. We should do a headshot day for models. Whether you're the photographer, I'm the photographer, we could switch off. But people want to start their headshots, little 15-minute sessions. Boom, boom. We bring a lot of models and mixers.
We'll have a headshot day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have workshops where we teach people how to manipulate lighting. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
Classes on how to.
it took me
anything.
it took me a while to figure out lighting because now it's my favorite thing.
Now I get it. I get it now.
It's difficult because you have to be aware of the intensity of the light, the color scheme, the color contrast, and then
The person's skin tone, what they're wearing.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
and then on top of that, all the settings in your camera, which I know you try to distract me from your pop quiz, but going back to that, what are the 4 settings that I told you to memorize first?
Oh boy. ISO, temperature, shutter speed, and oh my gosh. Oh no. Shutter speed, temperature, ISO.
So think about it as like an eye, right?
Okay.
And the camera, all it's doing is absorbing light. So how do you manipulate
It's the camera. It's how much light that you let in.
how much light. How do you manipulate how much light it comes in? One is
I feel like I know
the
it.
longer you close your eyes. This is shutter speed.
Isn't that shutter speed though?
Here it is. I'm gonna give you a crash course. Shutter speed is this.
Aperture.
Yep. Aperture is your pupil dilating. So the bigger your pupil is, which is aperture, the more light that comes in. But that affects depth of field. And what that is
Your
you
focus
know,
point.
you know how the background looks blurry? That's depth of field. If my aperture was it was super closed up, super closed, then everything will be focused. But you don't want that when it comes to photography and videography. You want that depth of field where like the subject is super focused and then the background is blurry.
And it depends. Some artists like the blurriness. It just depends what you're doing for that.
But first you gotta understand how it works before you start doing it artistically.
Do I get an A on my pop quiz?
Wait, we're not done. We're not done.
Dang it.
So we got shutter speed, which is how fast you blink.
Aperture.
We got aperture, which is how big your pupil is. We got ISO, which is artificially lighting up. Lighting up. No, this is just it's happening artificially. It's software. So, but the problem with that is that the more you crank it up, the more noise that you have on your photo. Like when it looks like pixelated, not pixelated, but grainy.
Yes.
And the other one is you said temperature, which is, I'll give you partial credit for that. It's called white balance.
Oh.
And that's how warm or cold your image looks. And you got to pay attention to that. And you got to match your white balance depending on the light you're shooting under. This emits a different light than the sun, than a fluorescent light, than an LED light, than a candle, than a TV. So if you master those 4 things, the camera doesn't even matter, because you could get great photos with your phone if you set up the lighting correctly. Okay. So yes, so practice that. That's what I recommend.
Come to the class to find out all of these things.
So
when we launch that.
No, you know what? So we're gonna have workshops as well. I just want everybody to.
Will there be pop quizzes in the workshop?
Yeah, of course.
And shots?
You know what? I just want to make sure that people are getting to where they want to get as fast as possible.
Yes.
So something I always recommend people is get a mentor or take some crash courses. Buy those online courses that tell you, like, they guarantee you, oh, I'll take you from here to here in 2 weeks and 6 weeks and 8 weeks. Take them. You're gonna learn, and it's the best way. For me, it's the best way of learning. That's how you just kind of leapfrog over everybody.
And also, I would say, going into that point, just asking for, how do I say this? Asking for an opportunity for something that you want to do.
Yes.
Because the worst thing that you can get is a no. And oh my gosh, if you get no, you should not let that stop you.
Let's talk about that.
That's how I got here.
Sabrina's motto: the worst thing that could happen is they say no.
And that literally does not happen,
yo,
like 99.9% of the time.
That has taken you so far, because it's like that. You only miss the shots that you don't take. Just shoot.
My biggest regret is if I don't ask and if I don't try. So might as well give it my all and try.
But what happens when you ask?
I get a yes.
The answer is
or
usually
something,
yes.
Yes, it's a yes, or it's something even better than I even thought. There's actually none of the time I get a no. And if it's a no, it's a blessing in disguise if I really don't get something that I want at that time. I see it later.
Just ask.
Just ask.
Just ask, but also be persistent. Because that's another thing that got you here. You're persistent.
Yeah, I thought I was annoying you in the beginning.
Hey, that's
but
fine.
I'm glad I took a leap of faith and I said, fuck it.
Hey, annoy the person. So if you want to, never stop because you think you're going to be annoying to somebody. You want to be there. Let that person know, hey, I want to be here. Let me learn from you.
Okay.
Whatever you need me to do, I'll do it for free. I need to be here. Like position yourself and surround yourself with the environment where you're trying to get. And now that I have, people, because people ask me, like I said, we're going back to what we were saying before. People ask, I say yes.
Yeah.
But I can't chase you and I can't look for you. You just gotta be I gotta pull up to the studio and you gotta be right there at the front door, you know?
And I did dedicate myself last year, made a lot of sacrifices where I didn't go out. I didn't have fun. I didn't even live here in the high desert anymore. But I was like, you know what? He can't know that. You didn't know that in the beginning. I just wanted to just show up every day, no matter what problem I was going through at home.
So you were showing up.
Borrowing my dad's truck that didn't even work.
But even though you you didn't come here as like, oh, I'm here, expecting anything, and saying, oh, I had to take a bus.
I never told you any of that stuff.
I didn't know. I thought you know. When I did learn,
say that story.
Especially when I saw you pull up in that truck. Yo, when I seen Sabrina pull up in that truck, I was like, oh damn, like, cause you see this, you know, this person very well put together. That obviously aesthetics matters. You know, appearance matters, beauty matters, luxury matters. Yo, she pulled up in this beat up truck.
No power steering.
That sounded like T-Rex from Jurassic Park when she turned.
It was so loud. I was afraid it would break down every time I would use it.
But you didn't care. That's what I'm saying. You didn't care.
I had faith over fear.
It got you here. But when I seen you pull up in that truck, I was like, oh, like she really wants to be here. Because I know a lot of people that would say, I'd rather not go than to catch a ride, than to get on a bus, than to whatever. 1,000 excuses. No excuses with you. There's no excuses with you.
If I want it, I got to show up no matter what's in my way. So, yeah. And there was a Galentine's Day event. There were so many other people here. You asked me to show up and be a model coach. And I was like, oh, my gosh.
No, you showed up and you killed that shoot, by the way.
And that was the start. Jeez, it's been a year.
Yeah.
And now fast forward, I have a car, guys. I bought a car. No, but for real, I am proud of myself because let's say a year ago, I said, you know what? The shoot is just the shoot. I'm not going to go. I don't want to invest money in a rental car. That's a waste of time. I'm just going to be lazy. And I can't do it. I can't do it. Excuses, excuses, excuses. I would be hating my life right now. But I'm glad that I'm looking back and saying, I don't know what was going to happen, but it's nice here. I like it. I like where I'm at, and I'm just growing.
Let me ask you this. Where would your life be? Because you've been very, very dedicated to the studio, and you've been here. What would you be doing this whole year if you weren't here?
I would have been, honestly, probably living someone else's life. Maybe in a relationship I was not happy in, honestly. Being unauthentic to myself, maybe working a 9-to-5, settling, thinking it was too late to come back to modeling, come back to being an artist, coming back to just finding who Sabrina was. But you know what's actually funny? I got accepted to Dutch Bros. Like in Arizona, I applied to Dutch Bros. I got to that point when I hit you up, and I actually got hired at Dutch Bros. I did the whole interviews, and in my head, I was like, I like making content. I can make content of me making drinks, and that's a start. And I can learn how to make yummy drinks. I love coffee. I love all that stuff. But I denied the job interview because I got a migraine. That lasted me 3 weeks in and out of the hospital. I did not know. I couldn't even think. I couldn't
You didn't want to go to work that bad?
No. I swear it was a migraine. I could show you the hospital bill from Arizona that they left me.
Goddamn.
But yeah, but I think that's believing in the unknown. Whatever you believe in, if it's God, if it's the world, the universe, whatever bigger thing, I think it was protecting me. Because if I would have got a job, if I would have got hired at Dutch Bros, I would have been there, settled in Arizona, been a normal person, which isn't bad. You know, it's a stepping stone for people that, you know, work. If you're working, good for you. Because, you know, a lot of people are lazy nowadays. But I guess my point is I knew I was not meant to be average. I knew I was meant to do something bigger. And I would have just been an average, everyday person. And I wanted to just shine and, you know, do something that makes me happy. So I'm glad that I messaged you and you even wanted to work with me. So thank you for that, taking a leap of faith on me, having me come here. And it changed my life. I'm not no normal person. I'm Sabrina. Thank God to my migraine. Then I hated it. But now I'm like,
you know what? That was your whole body, your whole consciousness, your whole spirit saying no. No, that's not it.
Because I was happy. I got the job. I was content. And I feel like when you're content in life, God says, you know what? You're meant for more. So I'm glad that you're happy where you're at.
Your whole soul was telling you, hey,
yeah.
Nah, hold on. Hold on.
It says you're not gonna like this, but let's give you a migraine
So
for
was
2
this
weeks.
was this before or after you found out about the studio?
This was during. So during that time, well, think of it. How was I gonna come here? I had no money. I mean, I was working. I was traveling the world at the time, working for a sales job at the time that I wasn't happy in. That's how I ended up in Arizona. And at the time, I was like, you know what? I need to work so I can get back to modeling. If I need to save up for a car, whatever the case is, I got to start now. So I got a job at Dutch Bros so I can come back to modeling by buying a car. But I guess that wasn't my time.
But you've never let that out of your sight. The modeling, the fashion, the life, the luxury, you know.
Being a superstar,
Yeah.
whatever that means, because I do want to do acting, modeling, everything.
Hey, I'm in the business. Bravo Studios in the business of producing superstars. We're gonna have a guest soon. She's one of my clients, and she's a superstar in the making. She's not a singer or an artist or a model.
She talks about mental health and
Talk,
life
yeah, she talks
for
about
older people.
She talks about aging. We'll bring her on. Shout out to my.
To Sam, we miss you.
What's up, Sam? We're waiting for you. We can't wait to hear all about it. Okay, so you've been here a year, but we didn't meet a year ago.
No, we did not meet a year ago.
How long ago did we actually meet?
I was 22. I'm 26 now. What was that? 5 years?
I was shooting at Cosmos.
Oh yeah, that's what we're starting to talk.
I was shooting at Cosmos when I started. I was doing like club photography, and more than it was actually videography. I was doing hype videos for clubs and festivals, and I knew the promoter from Cosmos because they used to hire us when I was in a Spanish rock band, and we used to go perform and play over there in St. Patty's, Cinco de Mayo. It was lit. Can't wait to get on the stage. By the way, again,
I know.
that's coming too. And I was doing a hype video for Cosmos during one of the Latin nights, and that's where you were there that night. And I was just, I was just looking for people to kind of interact with the camera, to catch them, having fun, dancing. And you were wearing this you stood out because you were wearing the Selena, the purple Selena jumpsuit. And I don't know if it was exactly like it but it looked a lot like it. So I was like, oh, I need to get video of Selena. I remember I asked you, and at this time you were not even modeling, right?
Not professionally, no.
Yeah, but you were like, Simon, let's do it.
It's like, okay.
Nah, you were like, yeah. And then I caught some footage of you just kind of like dancing. And then I used it for the video. And then I posted that video. And I'm laughing because the promoter, shout out to my boy Big Manny, who by the way,
Manny.
he's gonna be a guest here. He's hiding from me, but me and Manny have a lot to talk about. He's the promoter at Cosmos Latin Night. He's been around for a while, and we're gonna be drinking micheladas, and it's gonna be a good episode. But I just gotta get him here. I gotta trick him or something. But he till this day, it's been 4 years. He still posts that video. When he wants to promote.
It's the best one.
When his was, I raised the bar, nobody has stopped it since. Maybe I should go back and make it up. Nah.
We should go
I'm out
back.
of the game. I don't do that no more. But so that's how
That was the video.
That's how we actually met. And then we just stayed connected like that. And we were always like, hey, let's plan a shoot. Let's plan a shoot. That was 2022,
2021 was when it started.
2024.
2025, that's when it started.
And then finally we set up the date and we shot. And that's kind of where we just kind of kept working since. All right, so we're about to wrap it up. We're going to close the night with Centenario. Soon to be sponsored. All right, we're going to take a shot.
Okay. Cool.
No caritas. Anyways, you're on a sort of like media tour right now.
Oh, this is my first stop.
You're doing this podcast. People are getting to know you and learn more about you. But you got a couple. You got like 3 podcasts, 4 with this one lined up.
Appearances.
Right? You got like 4 appearances back to back.
This month I have, I think, 4 other podcasts that I'm going to be on, or 3 other ones, because 4 is including this one.
Yeah.
So stay tuned and you can learn about me more. And I think this is all preparing to launch my podcast.
But you're in high demand.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
Why?
it's
Why?
busy.
Why do you think that is?
I really don't know, honestly. I'm just grateful.
I'll tell you.
Why?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you
I'm
what.
like, I'm humble. I'm like, I don't know.
I'll tell you why you want to work with Sabrina. Because she does this every time. She contributes to the shoot, so she contributes to the collaboration. She's very good at following what you ask her to do, but at the same time, if it's not working out, you suggest you make suggestions.
Mhm.
Hey,
Let's do this.
let's try this,
Mhm.
and usually, it's what stays in the video. It's what ends up working out best.
Mhm.
So you add to the shoot. So you'd only bring. You're not just like a hired actress or a hired model, but you're actually somewhat collaborating to the direction.
Like an artist,
To well, you're kind of directing the video as well.
director. Okay.
You're writing it
Mhm.
on the spot. You're pretty good at improvising. Anybody that works with you, they want to work with you again because they know because it was a good experience.
Mhm.
And you're not full of yourself. You're actually pretty down to earth,
Mm.
and you got a good energy, and that's why everybody wants to work with you, and that's why you got 4 podcasts lined up. And that's just we're in January. We're 2 weeks into January, going on the 3rd week, and there's a lot coming this year. So I hope you're ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Opportunity, meeting new people, traveling the world. I don't know. We'll see what's coming.
Is that one of your favorite things from the studio that you just get to meet all kinds of people?
Every day's a new experience, a new adventure. I get to learn from you. I love being around you. Working with your energy is something that I've never had before. A good work environment and just seeing how when people come in here, they leave a different person. They feel more confident. They feel like they've been seen for the first time. And I don't know, I think it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. And that's why I love it so much. No matter what department it is, if it's modeling, acting, photography, videography, podcasting, the sky's the limit, and I want to be here for it because I just love making people happy. So I'm glad that people come in here and they're just like feeling like a superstar, feeling all confident. And yeah, that's how I feel when I walk in here. So
Yeah, and you help them feel like that way.
mm-hmm.
Everybody loves you. Like I said, you connect with everybody, and so we're gonna be seeing a lot of you this year. You're gonna be seeing a lot coming from Rafa Studios.
Can I leave the people with one
Go
thing
ahead.
though?
Go right ahead.
One thing that I've always lived by is your passion will lead you to your purpose. So never lose faith in something you're passionate about because it's going to align you to where exactly you're meant to be. So have faith. Have faith over fear. It's actually my tattoo that I have that I got last year. Have faith over fear because you never know where it could lead you. So thank you for taking a leap of faith and having me be a part of Rafa Studios, Studiobar, anything you got. Let's go. Cheers to that.